Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special unboxing video on a Monday, that's obviously exactly what I'm going to be doing. But as always, I'm going to make this into a bit of a guessing game, a bit of fun, see if we can guess the character and probably the figure, to be honest, because this one I don't think is that hard. So what we've got here is a Generation 1 boxed figure. Now this, I've got to confess, this is something that I've had just for a month, well, for a few months, but I haven't managed to get showcased on the channel just yet. I do need to thank the collector Ferdy Labrie because this is direct from him. This is one of his figures. He just decided that he was going to move on a few figures himself, and he dropped me basically a direct message. So that was great and really nice of him to do so. For obvious reasons. I think that happens quite a lot in the community. As soon as people sort of realise what figures people want, etc., you tend to get that, which is great. So I've got this figure box. I think I've actually got a couple of different variants of this boxed, but this is definitely a variant or a boxed version of this figure that I really wanted. The figure itself, as I say, is a Generation 1 figure. It came out in 1985 as a Transformer. Which basically means that yes, it was indeed a figure in its own right from a different company. I'm not going to say which one straight away because it'll give away too much. But yeah, so it was a figure by itself before it was a Transformer. Like Hasbro obviously brought the Diaclone range and stuff, they also brought these figures and turned these into Transformers. This one though is quite interesting because it had a couple of versions down the Generations toy line. If I'm being completely honest, none of them very good. One was literally about this big. I think he transformed him by pushing him over, and then another one was round about the Combiner Wars sort of time frame as well. But for a figure that I suppose the subgroup that the figures were quite huge, quite big. The subgroup's huge, but these particular figures didn't really get much love. They definitely weren't in the Sunbow cartoons due to, again, funnily enough, the licensing reasons, and funny enough, they were never released in Japan due to, again, the licensing reasons. It's pretty hard because I did one of these. There's another clue. I did one of these quite recently. This is another one of them. So this was originally made by Bandai. This one, as I say, out of all the ones, is one that's had a couple of little reissues, and of course we are expecting a very new and much improved version. But the reason why we've got this one is because it's an MB variant, which is a mainland UK one. And yes, so I think you may have guessed who this is because, again, there's not really much more to say. 1985 subgroup. This is a larger one of 4. The original ones were 3 smaller ones, and as I said, this is the one that's already had a couple of little reissues, whereas this is the original, and this is the original in MB packaging, and it is, of course, Chop Shop. Yes, there's some tissue in there. He's just put, it's not sealed. It does have its original bubble, but he's very carefully and thankfully put some tissue paper around the bubble to stop it moving around during transport. So there you go. This is the MB boxed version of Chop Shop. So of course I'll be getting a video done of him and a transformation process as soon as possible. If you got it, guys, just try not to write his name in the comments. Just put what time you got it. Thanks for playing along. Take care.